When searching for a good bank, you have to be very discerning, so you don't get one thing and miss out on others. Well, your search is over at First Bank. We offer a variety of products and services made with you in mind. From flexible loans, easy access to cash, bill payments from anywhere in the world, to savings for the little ones. Make that switch today. Contact us to learn more about the many products and services we have designed for your convenience. First Bank, truly the first.
Crime Fighter, the searchlight on crime and criminality. Crime Fighters, special focus.
Interaction between the police and the public is of utmost paramount in the face of internal security challenges that have bedeviled the nation in recent times. Realizing the need to garner public support for effective intelligence-led policing, the police authority, under the leadership of the Inspector General of Police, MD Abubakar, in May this year initiated an intelligence sensitization and community partnership workshop in the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. The climax of the Intelligence Community Partnership Workshop was the wrap-up seminar organized by the police management on Tuesday in Abuja. The arrowhead of the Intelligence Department's Force Headquarters, Abuja, AIG Solomon Arase, postulated that the essence of the one-day seminar was to acquaint command managers, particularly commissioners of police and assistant inspector generals of police, with the feedback gathered during the 6 geopolitical zone sensitization workshop and the need for officers to foster a good working relationship with the civil society in order to assuage a robust intelligence-led policing.
Today's event, as the theme implies, wraps up the intelligence sensitization and community partnership workshops recently organized for all strategic security stakeholders by this bureau in the 6 geopolitical zones of the country on the directive of the Inspector General of Police. Upon perusing the reports and the communique from each zone, the Inspector General of Police appreciated a number of fundamental issues as follows. 1. That the Nigerian police force enjoys a lot of public goodwill, which if properly and professionally harnessed, can become veritable assets that would aid the attainment of our policing mandate. 2. For the Nigerian police to be operationally competent, especially in the face of current internal security challenges of the country, it must integrate the tenets of intelligence-led policing and must strive towards retaining public support in line with best international practices. 3. To maximize the outcomes of the geopolitical workshop, there is a need to challenge strategic police managers and field commanders, comprising of zonal AIGs and command CPs, on the need to embrace the new policing strategy, in which all police operational processes are driven by intelligence and community partnership practices, in line with the wishes of the Nigerian public as captured in the communiques. It was against this background that the IGP directed the Force Intelligence Bureau to organize this wrap-up seminar in order to intimate strategic police managers of the outcomes of the geopolitical intelligence sensitization and community partnership workshops and develop strategies towards guaranteeing the integration of intelligence-led and community-driven policing practices. The expectation is that at the end of this seminar, participants will appreciate how best to utilize the assets that are inherent in the force, zonal and state intelligence bureaus, develop a framework for incorporating them into their operational plans, and also appreciate the importance of community engagement in both intelligence and operational functions of the force.
In his welcome address, the Inspector General of Police, MD Abubakar, underscored the importance of intelligence gathering and the success of crime management while urging participant officers to take advantage of the seminar to improve their relationship with members of the public.
It is important and incontestable fact that intelligence-led policing is very fundamental to national security. It was in the light of this upon objection of office at the Inspector General of Police, I came up with a holistic program that is geared towards enhancing national security through intelligence-led policing program. Intelligence policing is a crime fighting that is guided by effective intelligence gathering, analysis, and it has the potential to be the most important law enforcement innovation. The event is a transformation of the Force Intelligence Bureau in all ramifications, including funding, capacity building, a dedicated leadership to enable the Bureau to drive my vision of intelligence-led policing in Nigeria. We are set with the spirit, and it has become an expedient to organize this workshop for all of you and the Zonal Assistant Inspector General of Police and Commissioners of Police with the aim of, 1, to sensitize you on the concern of members of the public as expressed in the course of the workshop across all the geopolitical zones. 2, to reorientate you on the virtues of engaging the community and strategic non-state actors in addressing crime clear to zones and commands of your area of jurisdictions. 3, sensitize you on the need to build on the goodwill, trust, and valuable network that emerge from the workshop for the purpose of enhancing the performance of your duties. 4, to expose you to the concept of communication and information management in relation to police public image and functions, among others. This post-workshop seminar has become imperative on the strength of the fact that you are all going to be the focals for the solid implementation of this intelligence policy strategy. Consequently, you are therefore employed to take it serious as a potent way of bringing crime to its barest minimum. It should be noted that if we make success of this strategy, you take the shine and glory of being an substitute and a consequential police officer. It is my view that crime prevention can be addressed through an empowered and concerted effort through the citizenry that is responsive in partnership with the police through information and intelligence.
In their goodwill messages, the Police Service Commission Chairman, Inspector General of Police Mike Okiro, retired, and the Chairman on Police Affairs, Senator Paulinus Nwagu, and his counterparts in the House of Representatives, Honorable Bello Kumo, says the seminar could not have come at a better time than this period when the nation is facing grim security challenges.
Standing here before this August gathering today, I cannot but repeat myself for two reasons. Firstly, very success to be achieved in any training effort as this, there has to be management involvement and acceptance. All of you gathered here today consider a large chunk of police management cadre. If the incumbent police leadership efforts at improving the efficiency and efficiency of the force to be successful, you all have to key into this program. As regards to meeting these expectations at all times, your training policy becomes paramount. Your staff and administrators have to bear in mind what training is all about, the duty for training, the types of training to be given. Training managers, administrators, and trainers must be officers who know what it takes to clearly prepare the needs for challenges they are going to face on the field. This vis-a-vis the people's expectation from them. The expectation of the incumbent force leadership, my humble self, that when we get back to formation, we replicate such training efforts even with greater success. I'm particularly excited by the notice of this wrap-up seminar for you, the Aig'S and CPs. You orientate yourself on the doctrines and virtues of intelligence-led policing, community partnership, being the new policing strategy of the incumbent force leadership, and most importantly, fashion sustainable and practical strategies for incorporating and implementing the new policing strategies as advanced by stakeholders and the geopolitical sensitization workshop we really carried out.
Let me thank the Inspector General of Police for all these important workshops to brainstorm on the outcome of the previous workshop held in the geopolitical zones, which I happen to chair one of them. This is commendable because intelligence-led policy and community partnership, as introduced by the Inspector General of Police and the police management team, is coming at a time we are having security challenges in the country. May I remind you that peace and security are two mankind's and most treasured needs. Towards this end, I appeal that you adopt a mix of proactive actions, including enhanced intelligence gathering, effective preemptive crime detection and commitment, as well as result-oriented investigation and law enforcement in controlling crime and criminality in our respective jurisdictions. Above all, be more friendly with members of the public so that you will be generally accepted, which will make your jobs easy.
Today's event is very, very timely, very important in the quest of the Nigerian police to meet up to the global standards of policy. And our role as an institution, the National Assembly, and indeed the House of Representatives in particular, is to legislate. We are there for you at any point that you want us to legislate on any issue that will help in actualizing this your God-fearing dream of effective intelligence policy. As an institution, is to appropriate. And for you to achieve all we are saying today, I know it's capital intensive because information gathering impliedly entails funding and funding and funding. And therefore, I equally want to reassure you that we are willing to do our constitutional responsibility of appropriating. And therefore, we will make sure that whatever we will do constitutionally to appropriate funds to make sure the Nigerian police live up to their billings in giving Nigerians the best of information gathering and disseminating of information to fashion out our dreamed police.
The wrap-up seminar had in attendance two resource persons, Mr. Fola Otowori of the Lagos State Security Trust Fund, the leader presenter who spoke on information management for effective and strategic policing in Nigeria, and a retired Commissioner of Police, Umar Jalingo, who addressed the participants on practical ways of utilizing intelligence to drive police operations in Nigeria.
What is the current police information management protocol? Information enables individuals, companies, and institutions to make informed decisions. That's a basic rule of management. How do you develop a strategic response to problems if you don't have information? Why is it that the MPF has not been given access to INEC's voter card bio registry? Why? The importance of having bio data on individuals is that it cuts down the time of background checks and can enable you to know immediately whether a person is operating within his normal place of residence, right? Or whether he has changed his name, etc. Now, INEC has, I think, 87 or so million sets of biodata on voters. Why is it exclusive to them? I urge the MD to write to the President to make an executive order that this information be shared. The protocols of sharing will be determined. It won't be an open platform, you can do it by encryption, but that the primary law enforcement agency of Nigeria has no access to the largest biodatabase in Africa is a strange, and we must break this empire. When we talk about cooperation across agencies, not just the intelligence agencies, police must have access to the registration of SIM card data with the NCC. As a matter of course, this is intelligence, and it's the richest intelligence SIM that you have in the country today.
Declaring the seminar open, The Minister of Police Affairs, Navy Captain Caleb Olubolade, retired, reiterated the willingness of the federal government in the provision of logistic support for the police to perform its constitutional responsibility.
First of all, I would like to thank Mr. President for the support he's been giving to the Nigerian Police Force in recent times. I also want to thank the Inspector General of Police and the police management team for their effort in bringing the police to a high standard. Police is changing for the better under the able leadership of MD Abubakar. Essentially, we are to strategize, plan, and implement whatever we have planned. We need to ask the police management team anytime you are in doubt. As a ministry, on our own part, we are to provide and complement logistics and the tools that you require to do your job. And I've always promised that the ministry has no other role other than to provide these facilities for the police. I'd like to congratulate the IGP for this initiative. I want to also suggest that this should be done regularly because there's a need to always review the strategies and tactics for improved performance of the police. On that note, I want to appreciate all those who have showed up here for this seminar and wish you happy deliberation. It is now my singular honor or privilege to declare this seminar open. Thank you.
Crime Fighters. Crime Fighters. Promoting security consciousness. Police Brief.
Hello and welcome to Crime Fighters Police Brief, and these are the headlines. IGP charged AIG, CPs to double effort in fighting crime. Police arrest 32-year-old man for murder. And police arrest suspected ritualist for murder. Details shortly.
Police Brief.
The need to foster good relationship between the police and members of the public in tackling security issues is of paramount importance. The Inspector General of Police, MD Abubakar, stated this at a one-day seminar titled Wrap Up Intelligence Sensitization and Community Partnership Workshop, which took place at the Nikon Luxury, Abuja. In his address, the IGP underscored the importance of intelligence gathering and the success of crime management. The wrap-up forum witnessed resource persons who spoke on intelligence-led policing, community police partnership, and national security.
I was part of the North Central, and I just want to summarize a few things I heard the members of the public, including those who presented paper, were saying. I heard them say, we often hear admonition that the police are our friends, but many of them treat us as enemies. Then we also hear a lot of them say, we are asked to partnership with the police, but we do not see any effective platform for doing that. That was also something we had. So we just hear the thing is thrown in the air, partner with the police, partner with the police, that goes not over, partner with the police. I think the question is, how do we respond? For me, I think we can respond first by having what I would call a strategic planning that states clearly what we stand for, what threats we consider serious in our environment, and how do we want to respond to it. In that case, there is a shared value of what we are confronted with and what each party should do.
Those in attendance at the seminar include senior police officers, security stakeholders from the 6 geopolitical zones in the country. In an attempt at tackling security challenges facing the nation, the Inspector General of Police, MD Abubakar, has re-emphasized the need for the force to double their efforts in combating violent crimes such as terrorism and kidnapping. He said this on Wednesday in Abuja during the monthly conference with Assistant Inspector General of Police and Commissioners of Police across the country. The IGP hinted that there is an urgent need for the Police High Command to review its strategy to crime fighting in order to combat heinous crimes, particularly terrorism, kidnapping, and armed robbery.
You are welcome to yet another very important and crucial meeting that has to do with security, safety, and public order in Nigeria. From our last meeting, we have discussed a number of issues that has to do with act of crime and criminality in every part of the country, particularly issues that has to do with kidnapping and act of terrorism in the northern part of this country. Today, we are going to go into a closed-door session to discuss these issues very critically, looking at the states and the zones vis-a-vis the issues of crime in each of these states. And we expect the Assistant Inspector Generals of Police and Commissioners of Police to give us a brief of the situations on the ground in their areas of responsibility, with a view to look at the strategies and methodologies put in place.
He therefore charged police officers to employ strategies that are results-oriented in the fight against crime and criminality in the country. The Lagos State Police Command has arrested one Adigun Amuda for the murder of 10 youths in Mushin and Yaba area of Lagos State. According to Police Public Relations Officer DSP Ngozi Braid, the alleged suspect was charged with murder and remanded in Ikoyi prison over a year ago, but was granted bail by a magistrate court under a controversial circumstance. However, upon his release from Ikoyi prison, the suspect was alleged to unleash another onslaught against those he perceived to have aided his arrest by the police. He was eventually declared wanted again by the Lagos State Police Command and rearrested last Thursday at the South Africa Application Center, Ikeja, by the police. In a confessional statement, the police said he has been involved in murder cases and he is also a member of the Black Axe confraternity. Items found in his possession include fake travel documents and an identity card portraying him as a supervisor with the Lagos State Waste Management Agency. The matter will soon be charged to court as soon as investigation is concluded. The Niger State Police Command has arrested 3 farmers in Gwari village for the death of a teenage boy, Ishaya Segi, in Shiroro local government of Niger State. Acting on the tip-off, the police swooped into action and arrested the suspects. The suspects include Wonsale Ibrahim, 35, Usman Lashi Saki, 30, and Dantala Doma, 25, otherwise known as Operator. In a confessional statement, the 3 suspects said they were contracted by one Gajere who is on the run to bring him a human head for ritual purpose. Confirming the incident, the PPRO, ASP Richard Oguche, said the 3 suspects connived with one Gajere, a Fulani, took the victim to a neighboring village where he was beheaded. Meanwhile, the body of the beheaded boy has been discovered by the police in a shallow grave near a river. And that's all on Crime Fighters Police Brief. Please stay tuned for more.
Crime Fighters, promoting security consciousness.
When searching for a good bank, you have to be very discerning, so you don't get one thing and miss out on others. Well, your search is over at First Bank. We offer a variety of products and services made with you in mind. From flexible loans, easy access to cash, bill payments from anywhere in the world, to savings for the little ones. Make that switch today. Contact us to learn more about the many products and services we have designed for your convenience. First Bank, truly the first.
Crime Fighters, promoting security consciousness.